Take this to Earth. Follow my scent to 149 Holly Oak Drive. You got that, boy? Good boy. You're the last hope for this world. Now run!
The Minecraft movie is exactly what you'd expect from a film about breaking and placing blocks, but with feelings.
Any questions?
Yeah, quite a few actually.
Being that this is a game adaptation channel, and I should be reviewing everything and give everything a fair chance. So yeah, I don't play Minecraft. I've never really played it, ever. I love it when any game adaptation comes out and it does well. I liked it more than I thought I would, which is great. I mean, what more could you actually ask for? My expectations were pretty low, but it had some actual funny moments.
This man has no respect for the storage community.
In the pixelated world of Minecraft, characters walk around like they've had too much Red Bull, and I'm not just talking about Steve. But in this version, he's not a man of few words. It has a couple more textures. And of course, we have Jack Black who plays Steve. It seems like Jack Black has quickly become the game adaptation, considering he's already done voice work on Mario as Bowser and then did Claptrap on Borderlands. And now here he is playing Steve, so he's become the game adaptation guy, apparently. Jack Black is also an actual gamer, so at least he knows. So I'm sure he has a way more clue about these characters than another actor who hasn't played the games at all.
Anything you can dream about here, you can make. Zero limits. You know what I'm talking about.
You have to imagine a world where everything is made of cubes and the main character is trying to stop an apocalypse, but make it Minecrafty. The movie kicks off with a pig-like villain who's essentially the embodiment of that one kid who always builds the worst kind of structures in creative mode. Tall, hollow towers that are just asking to be blown up. Meanwhile, the heroes are tasked with saving the blocky world. Heroic Steve and then Jason Momoa, who could almost be seen as the protagonist. It's almost like a three-protagonist film, as you have Henry, played by Sebastian Henson, a newcomer that I've never seen before, along with his older sister Natalie, played by Emma Myers, Dawn, played by Danielle Brooks, and then we have Jennifer Coolidge, who we all love. I kind of feel like she was just thrown in here, not even given a script. I would not be surprised if the entire time she was on it was all just ad-lib.
You can bag me up and take me to the curb anytime.
So Jack Black, as expected, playing his usual self in any movie where, okay, we need a Jack Black-like character. How about we just get Jack Black? And then he comes in and he does this thing, but we still love him for it. To me, the big standout was actually Jason Momoa. I honestly wasn't expecting much from him, and he looked kind of like a goofball in the trailers. I was surprised at how funny he was. He ended up being the funniest character in the film, and he even stole scenes along with Jack Black, so that's saying a lot. So I was really impressed with, actually, of all actors in a movie about Minecraft, Jason Momoa, but he ended up being way funnier than I thought. The character was just hilarious, and he has a great redemption in the end. To me, it was the actual standout character, even though in the trailers, I couldn't stand how he looked with his really bad hair, but when you watch it, it makes way more sense, and he's just absolutely hilarious in this movie. Maybe Momoa tries some more comedy after this, because he's good at it. He's almost the perfect metaphor for this movie. Mysterious, cool, and way too hard to understand. Though he isn't so much mysterious as he is kind of a goofball.
Whoever divorced you is a complete idiot.
With so much happening on the screen, if you look away for a second, you'll miss some of the plot. That if you're not on board with the pixelated aesthetic, you'll feel like you've walked into an alternate universe where every texture is just off a little. The action sequences are a chaotic mix of explosions, sword fights, and crafting, which is fun as it sounds until it's not. The movie's logic is heavily influenced by the game, so when the characters actually take a break and eat some big blocky chicken, it's a wholesome moment. So we have Jason Momoa who eats blazing hot chicken and burns his mouth and then tries to hide it. The movie balances child-friendly humor with a surprising amount of existential dread. It's as if the writers asked, what if Minecraft was more than just a game of blocks? What is about identity? Spoiler alert, it's not. It's still about blocks, and they're all going to explode at some point, but the attempt at depth is almost touching. Dawn's character was kind of like that generic black woman character, which to have the Dawn character kind of play just like a actor from like the 90s, it felt like, are you trying to be super aggressive, but then you have this one character who's just a hardcore stereotype. But Henry, the main character, couldn't be any more boring, couldn't be any more flat and uninteresting. His sister Natalie was a little bit more interesting. Emma Myers, I've never seen either of them before. The main character, Henry, completely forgettable. One of the most flat performances I've ever seen. But then there's also this really weird side story where one of the creatures from the Minecraft world gets out into the human world through the same gate they use, and is walking around. She ends up meeting him and going on a date with him, and it's this weird, goofy little side story of almost nothing happens after that. The movie mainly takes place in the Minecraft world. The compositing just always looked, I'm wondering how often they use any real sets. It did look very CG, and it just didn't seem composited well enough for it to look they're really in that world. Even with the great effects, because the effects are still great, but they just, none of it looks like it's composited properly in a real world.
Talking. Sorry about that. What were you saying?
The movie is still enjoyable to watch. It's a fun watch. It has some actual funny moments. I thought Jason Momoa stole the show, and I hope he does more comedy. The movie itself is like a grand, glorious block fortress. Impressive from the outside, but it kind of falls apart, kind of near the end. But it's funny and lighthearted and great for kids, but also for the adult audiences, for any of the parents that are bringing their kids in to watch this. But I'm sure there'll also be some parents who have no clue about what Minecraft is, and to them it'd be like having a conversation with a creeper. It starts out promising, but you know something is going to explode before it's over. Minecraft is not quite Avengers Endgame, but hey, at least they didn't break the internet. Just some blocks. If I was to rate this out of 5 stars, I'd give it a 3.5. I'd watch it again if there's nothing else on.
Chicken jockey!
If you're still watching up until now, and if you enjoyed my review, and if you did, please give me a like and a subscribe. It would really help me out. And share as well if you really want to help. I'd love to hear your comments below about if you actually like the movie or not. What was your rating on it? This is a pretty good movie, and I would recommend it if you are bored and want to watch something slightly enjoyable. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to keep gaming.